I wrote a book, right? It's called Buy a Game and it's free. Click the link down there.
DreAllDay.com.
What's going on, everybody? Dre Baldwin, DreAllDay.com. Today I want to talk about early. Promptness. Not even prompt. Prompt means on time. I'm talking about early. Doing things early, specifically getting up early. Waking up out of bed early every single day. This is a habit that I urge you to pick up. If you don't already have this habit, then I want you to pick up this habit. Now, when I say getting up early, what do I mean? Because early is relative, right? If you usually get up at 12 noon, then early would be 11 o'clock in the morning. So when I say early, what I'm saying is this, a combination of two things. That means you're getting up, number one, before you need to get up based on your work or your schools or your business schedule, whatever you're doing, before you need to be up. So if you need to be to work at 7 o'clock and it takes 30 minutes to get there, 30 minutes to get ready, and you usually get up at 6 o'clock, that means you got to get up before 6 o'clock. So before you need to, so that you got some extra time, and it got to be before the sun comes up. So if you need to be to work at 11 o'clock, which means you get up at 10 o'clock, listen, the sun is already up by 10 o'clock. So you got to get up before 10 o'clock and before the sun comes up. So whatever time the sun comes up where you live, you need to be getting up before that time. Now, are there some rare exceptions to this? Yes, but I'm talking to the people for whom there are no exceptions. Why you need to start getting up early every single day. I'm gonna give you 4 reasons why you need to start doing this. Here's the number 1 reason why you got to get up early. It's because it builds a discipline in you. A discipline of, number 1, getting up early. A discipline of doing things that will help you. I'm gonna tell you how it's gonna help you as we get into these points. Discipline of doing things that will help you even if no one's forcing you to do it. Discipline of doing things early in general. See, when you start waking up early, you'll probably start doing your assignments early, taking care of business early, you're making a phone call early, taking care of stuff that you know you need to take care of before it gets to the deadline of you needing to take care of it. Answering a phone call that you know you need to answer, responding to a text, clearing out your inbox. You'll start doing things early before it starts to bear down on you. You absolutely have to do it. Now, I know some of you out there are like, well, I'm the type of person, I hear people say this, especially when I was in school, I'm the type of person who works best on a deadline. When I got a deadline and I know it's only one day to get the project done, that's when I do my best work. Listen, that's great, but let me ask you a question. When you get down to that last day, right, and you have to get that project done because you think you're a person who works best under pressure or you're a clutch performer, I understand. Let me ask you a question. Does your skills just automatically go up because you only had one day left to get the project done? No, your skills didn't automatically just go up. You didn't just get better on the last day before the project was due. What happened on that last day? Your mind snapped to attention, your focus got sharp, and you started getting things done because you knew you had to get things done. But your skill level didn't change. You were the same skill level on the last day that you were on the first day, which means you can choose to have that sharpness and mental focus that allows you to get everything done in one day. You can have that mental focus throughout your entire life if you choose to. Again, that's what this is about. This is a discipline. Now, what I want y'all to understand about discipline, when I talk about discipline, is about you making yourself do stuff that you're not being forced to do. Before a circumstance or a person or a boss or a situation forces you to do something, you force yourself to do something. That's what discipline means. And any person who can develop this skill, they usually become a very successful individual. And that's going to lead into my second point. The second point is this. Actually, it's going to be my third point, but my second point is this. So the first point we clear. It builds a discipline of doing things before you need to do them, doing things before anyone else forces you to do them. Here's the second point. Most people are not going to do this. Despite what I'm saying in this video, despite the fact that you're going to like this video and leave a comment and you're going to say that's a good point, many of you are not going to do it. Many of you are not going to start getting up early. If you used to getting up at 5, get up at 4. You used to getting up at 7, get up at 5:30. Get up before the sun. The sun is coming up around 7 o'clock in America, at least as far as I know. So you need to get up before that. Okay, let's say 6:30, 6 o'clock, 5:30, 5 o'clock, whatever time you need to. You already got that point. Most people ain't going to do this. Most people say, well, why am I going to get up early for no reason? That's what most people say. Why am I going to get up early for no reason? I'm not a morning person, Dre. I'm a night person. I do my best work late at night. I don't like to do things early in the morning. If I get up early in the morning, I feel like I didn't complete my sleep and I don't really have the right type of energy and I won't get anything done anyway. I don't like getting up early. This is what most people are going to say. And that's fine. I'm not going to force you to get up early. I can't make you get up early. I'm going to give you some reasons why you should, but if you choose to pass on this information, that's completely your choice. I'm telling the few of you, though, who are going to do this, you're doing it because this is what most people won't do. There are many more people who will stay up late than there are people who will get up early. Now, my question to you, knowing this, why does it even matter, is do you want to be like everybody else? Do you want to be like most people who get up when they need to get up with just enough time to do the things they need to do, rather stay up late than get up early, the people who don't want to get up early because they feel like they're doing it for nothing, or they feel like they don't have the right type of energy, or they feel like they can't get up early. Do you want to be like most people, or do you want to be different? That's a question that you have to ask yourself, and you need to answer for yourself. And every single day you need to be asking yourself that question. It's not a one-time thing. Every day, every action, you asking yourself, do I want to be like everybody else or do something different? Do I want to be like, in this situation at work, do I want to be like everybody else on my sport? Do I want to be like everybody else on my website? Do I want to be like everybody else in the way that I put out content? Do I want to be like everybody else in the way that I run my business? Do I want to be like every single thing you do? Ask yourself, do I want to do what most people do, or do I want to do something better than what most people do? Because what most people do, we all know, is average, right? And you don't want to be average. So the second point is getting up early, earlier than you need to, earlier than you are forced to based on your schedule. This separates you from most other people. Now, if that matters to you, then that should be a good enough reason. That alone, forget the other 3 points. Here's number 3. The reason why you need to get up early. Because when you get up late, see, if you get up and the sun is already up, like the sun's up, you can tell the sun is up, right? Even though you can't see it, it's bright outside, the sun is up. When you get up by the time the sun is up, you get up after the sun comes up, the money's already off the table. All the money is already off the table, because if you ask around the most successful people you know, think of the 3 most successful people you know, or the 5 most successful people you know of. Maybe you don't even know them. Maybe you watch them on YouTube, you read their books, they're your idol, you listen to their music, whoever it is. I guarantee you that they all get up earlier than they need to. Many of them run their own businesses, so they don't need to get up. They get up whenever they feel like it. I run my own business. I don't work for anybody. I can get up whenever I want, but I get up before the sun every single day. Why? Because these reasons I just gave you. It's a discipline, number 1. Number 2, because most people ain't gonna do it. Number 3, all the money's off the table by the time the sun is up. By this time of day, the money's gone. All right, the money's off the table right now. If you just waking up at the time that it is, it's about 9:30 right now. I'm recording this. The money is gone. Money's gone. Why? Because the people who getting the money, they got up at 3:30, 4:30, 4 o'clock, 4:15, 5 o'clock. They already up. They was already up working. By 9:30, the money is gone. And when I say money, I mean it both literally and figuratively. The people who make the most money are the people who get up the earliest. They already made the money by the time the late people wake up. The people who get up when they have to, they already made the money. It's gone. And the people who are the most successful, the people who get the most done. And when I say the money, I'm talking about success. I'm talking about production. I'm talking about getting things done. I'm talking about building relationships, whatever it is you consider to be valuable, something valuable you want to accumulate in your life, whether that's money, time, relationship, friends, accomplishments, awards, kids, happiness, whatever it is you want, is all coming off the table because it's being snatched off the table by the people who got up before you got up. By the time you wake up, they already ate breakfast. They ready to take a nap. They ready for lunch by the time you wake up. All right, you don't want to be in that group. The money's off the table is point number 3 if you wake up late. And here's point number 4. This is really more of a directive than a point. That you don't want the sun to be beating you up. All right, you don't want the sun to beat you to the day. All right, usually we consider it daytime when the sun is out, right? Your daytime needs to begin before the sun decides it's daytime. Because if you consider it daytime when the sun comes out, and that's the same time you getting up, then guess what? You're doing what most people do. You're doing what the average person does. Now, I don't think you're an average person. If you watch this video to this point, 8 minutes in, you're probably not an average person. So make sure you stop taking average actions. Let me repeat these 4 points. Why you need to start getting up early. Point number 1, because it builds a discipline in you. It builds a discipline in you to make sure you're doing things before you need to do them, getting up before you need to get up, taking care of stuff as soon as you see it needs to be taken care of, instead of when you are forced to take care of it. This is discipline. This is a key to success. It's having the discipline to do things before you have to do things. People who have to do things, we call them employees because they get a boss who makes them do it. See, people who run things, people who run their businesses, people who have control of everything they do, including their own lives, they do things when they see it needs to be done before they are forced to get it done. Point number 2. Because you're doing something that most other people won't do. And I know you don't want to be like most people. If I ask 100 people, do you want to be like everybody else? 100 of them are going to say, no, I don't want to be like everybody else. But then 98 of them go do what everybody else is doing. So you make sure you're not the one falling into that trap, like basically rocking yourself to sleep, saying you don't want to be like everybody else, but your actions say something completely different. Number 3, all the money's off the table by the time the sun comes up. When the sun comes up, all the hustlers, the people who are really about it, the people who are really disciplined, they've been up for 2-3 hours already while you've been sleeping. What do you think they've been doing? Taking all the money off the table and leaving you with the pennies. And point number 4, don't let the sun beat you up. All right, don't let the sun tell you that the day has begun. You get up first. You say what's up to the moon, and then you say what's up to the sun when the sun finally makes its way out there. Never let the sun beat you up. All right, and that's a metaphor. You take that metaphorically, and you can take that literally for the rest of your life. Everybody, my name is Dre Baldwin, also known as Dre All Day. Work on your game.
Useless.
Testing. 1, 2. Sound check. Testing.